In this section, we're going to look at how you can export your presentation. Now here I have my presentation. If I go and click on the File tab here, and then go and click on Export, as you can see there's a number of different options here. You can export to a PDF, you can create a video, you can package the presentation for a CD. It's not just a CD, you can package it for a DVD or a USB stick if you want to. You can create handouts, and you've got other file type options that you can save the presentation to. So we'll look at the first option first, which is create a PDF document. So I'll click this and then click on Create PDF. So you select a subdirectory to save it in. If necessary, give it a file name, then click on Publish. And there it is, that's the finished result. So this is a PDF document. So I can send this as an email attachment or just use it to run presentations. So I'll close that down. We go to File, Export. I can create a video, so I'll select this option here. You've got various sort of ways of customizing this. You can use 4K, which is very high definition, Full HD, 720 HD, or what's called standard, which is 480. So in this case I'll select Full HD. This option here allows me to use timings or not, so in this case I'm not going to use the timings. So I'm going to set my timing for each slide here. So I'll use the default, which is 5 seconds. Obviously I can change that if I want to. I click on Create Video. I then navigate to a subdirectory to save the video in. And again, you can use any file name you want. If you click here, you'll see there's two formats that are supported. There's MP4, which is probably best, or you've also got WMV. So I'll select MP4, which is the default. I'll click on Save. Down the bottom here, as you can see, it's taking a fair amount of time to render this video. And this is just a very short video. So you have to wait till this bar indicator here gets to the end. That's now finished creating the video. And if I go to the subdirectory where I created the video, as you can see, there it is. That's the PDF we previously created. I'll just show you that. So we looked at that one earlier. If I click here, this is the video file. It's an MP4. And even though this is a very small file, I mean it's only 1 minute 15 seconds, as you can see the file size is quite large. It's an MP4 type. If I double click on it to run it, there it is. That's the video running as an MP4. If we go back here and click on Export again, we can package to a CD or a DVD or a USB if I want to. So I'll select that option there. Why they still call it package for CD, I don't know, but there you go. Anyway, I'll click on here. So this is the presentation that's going to be copied to the CD. I could add other presentations if I wanted to. If I click on options here, there's various options here, like for instance you can embed the TrueType fonts, and you can also put a password in there if you want to for restricting the opening of the file, but we'll leave that as is. You can copy to a CD, or in this case I'm going to copy to a folder. So I'll click on Copy to Folder. So you can give it a name, whatever you want. We'll just use the default. For the location, in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it to a thumbnail drive. So it's a USB drive. So I'll click on Select. So I'll click on OK here. Do you want to include link files in your package? Say yes. And this is the end result. So if you go and look at what's created, you've got a couple of files here. So you've got an auto run, what's called INF file. You've got the sample presentation there. And if we look in the subfolder here, you've got various other items here. Right, next, if I click on File and go to Export, I can create handouts. So you just click on the Create Handouts button here. You've got various formatting options you can use. So in this case, I'll have the slides like this with blank lines next to the slides. And I'll just click on OK. Again, this can take a little time to set up. Now, once the process is finished, you'll notice there's a copy of Microsoft Word down here. And if I bring that up, as you can see, we've got slide 1. And because we chose the format with lines next to it, that's basically how it's going to print out. So those are my pages. And this is just a standard Word document. Then finally, if you go to File, Export, you can change the file type. So within here you've got various options. So you can save the file as what's called an open document presentation. So that's like a sort of an open source type format. You can save it as a PowerPoint show. You can save it in an earlier version. So if anyone's got a really ancient version of PowerPoint, you could save it in this version and send the file to them. Or you could save it as straightforward images. What I'll do in this case, just to show you, is I'll select this option here, which is saving it as a PowerPoint show or a PPSX file. If I click on that and go Save As, I just navigate to a subdirectory, in this case one called Temp, click on Save, and once the file's been saved, you can see that this is the file within the folder here. If I double click on this, that will automatically run it straight as a slideshow. So those are your various export options.